Good morning. It's Friday morning and the temperature is rising. Spring is here. I pray that the sunshine and 60 degrees comes like it's supposed to. I pray that members of my family and friends who are hurting will heal. I pray for guidance for the day. I pray about everything. And Scripture tells us, as my essay talks about today, that prayer is terribly important and that God answers prayer. God hears all prayer, but not all prayer is effective and avails much. As James tells us, prayers must be in faith. No, the question that many people have is, did I not have enough faith? Is that why my prayers weren't answered? No, actually, we just don't know. That's a mystery. God hears all of our prayers. God answers our prayers, except when we covet sin or have sin in our lives that's unconfessed and we know it, then God doesn't hear us. Several times in Scripture, Psalm 66:18 is one, in Isaiah, a number of other places it talks about God knows us, God hears us, God knows if we're doubting or we have sin. You know, in James, there's a wonderful verse that's also very hard. It talks about trials and to consider it pure joy when we come into trials. Yikes! Joy? Yes, because the testing of your faith, it's doing that to develop perseverance and maturity and to complete us. But if we lack wisdom, we don't know what to do with this. He'll show us. Isn't that wonderful? He'll show us what to do. He'll generously give us the answers of what and how to do it. But not if we doubt. He talks about a wave being blown in the wind. Someone who doubts just isn't going to hear, isn't going to listen, isn't going to know, isn't going to find answers to prayers. But if we ask in faith, if we seek Him, if we knock, if our heart is open, He will enter in. He will answer our prayers. Wonderful thing. Isn't that an incredible promise? Paul tells us in 1 Thessalonians 4 that we are to pray continuously. Have a mind and attitude of prayer, openness to prayer, that we would be open to hearing God, listening to God, following God, trusting in God. He tells us in Scripture, if we seek Him with our whole heart, He will not only hear us, He will not only answer us, but He will guide us. He will take us from a place we may be that's difficult and bring us into the wide open. Take us out of exile. Take us from our troubles. In His way, in His timing, not necessarily in the same way we might have asked, but His ways are higher and better than ours. He knows far more. He has the long view. We have a short view. Get me out of this. Really? Get me through this? Maybe. I don't know. Stay under till He gives you an answer. Keep praying. Keep praying. It works. Keep praying.